all women probably don't feel the same way on this. But the ones that do, you're who I'm talking about. What's good, peoples? What's happening? How y'all doing? We here with another episode of The Good, The Bad, and The Game. And I'm here with my brother from another, my main man, CJ.
What's good, bro?
What's good with you, my man?
Right.
Feeling pretty good today. Memorial Day. I want to say for all the soldiers that passed away and gave the ultimate sacrifice for us to be able to live the freedom that we have today. Salute. What you got to say? How you feeling today, bro?
I'm pretty good, man. This is a nice impromptu on a holiday.
Yeah,
Feel good. I think we got a lot to talk about.
You know, we always thinking about the people.
Yes.
Even when we're supposed to be on our day off, scratching our ass, just watching TV. Oh, I'm sorry.
I don't.
Am I the only one?
I don't
Am I the only one?
my
Okay.
ass.
All right. My bad. So what's going on, Ray? Ray, the producer, the mastermind behind it all. What's up, bro? He's like, yeah, whatever. So what we gonna talk about today? We're gonna get into another topic. People have been coming up to me and expressing their opinions about what we've been doing. They kind of like what we've been doing. I implore you, please go on ahead and put it in the comments. Let us know exactly what it is that you're thinking, and we will respond to you, because a lot of times I can tell you when I see you face to face and stuff like that, but other people might want to know exactly where you're coming from with it. So yeah, just put it in the comments and let's take a look at it. So if you like what we're doing, this is all brand new to us, and I kind of like it. I kind of like it because it's untainted. There's nobody that's, when you start getting money involved, people want to start telling you what you can say and what you can't say and all this other kind of stuff. So just go on ahead and put it in the comments. If you like what we're doing, subscribe, like and subscribe, and then hit that notification bell in order to keep up to speed on when we drop something next.
Yeah, just to talk about the same thing. When you put your comments in, when you respond to us, you may raise an eyebrow somewhere else, and they might want to say more about what you said. And then it also gives us a chance to engage you. And we like to engage. Yeah. Whether you have something good to say, something bad to say, just engage us. We're going to come back with we're going to acknowledge you. We're going to talk about it. And if it's constructive, we may even use it. So, yeah, don't be afraid to engage. And just know, though, if you engage, we engage too. So.
Yeah, no doubt. No doubt. All right. So, look, what are we going to talk about today? What's going on today?
What are we going to talk about?
Well, I was watching a couple of things. It seems as though from last time we were talking about the differences kind of between men and women, and we came across this one video clip where this guy was asking these random women questions about like who should pay for the first date and stuff like that. Let's take a look at that and see exactly what their answers are. I have my own opinion on it, which I will express. But let's give the audience a chance to look at what we're looking at, and maybe they might have a difference in opinion.
But is it the man's job to do that?
To a certain extent, I guess.
So you believe in gender roles? I'm gonna ask y'all some simple questions. Do you expect a man to make the first move?
Yes. Yes. 100%. Yeah. Yes. Yeah.
Do you think it's a guy's duty to make the first move?
Yes. 9 out of 10 times, yes. No, I feel like everything works both ways with everybody.
No. I'll come up to you if I like you.
Really? Do you expect a man to make the first move?
I'm gonna say no.
No. Absolutely not. No.
No. I think it can go both ways.
I expect the guy to make the first move. No, it's not the man's job.
Usually, yeah.
Yeah, because I feel as a female, we be low-key slow with the process, to make it seem like obviously we got some morals and stuff, but
Is it a man's job to kind of make the first move to like talk to you?
No.
So you would talk to a guy that you see that's cute in the club?
If I wanted to, yeah.
Have you done that?
No.
I've been shooting my shot lately, so
What are you saying to these men?
do you want my number?
Yeah.
So do you be shooting your shot on men?
No.
Why?
You have to really like at that level for me to shoot my shot.
So you don't make your first move then?
No, not most of the time.
So you expect the guy to do it?
No, I don't.
You do?
I don't.
I'm always the one who makes the first move.
Give me an example.
I'm just gonna walk up to you and be like, so you got a girlfriend? No. Let me get your snap.
Have you made the first move ever?
Yeah.
Where at? When? She's capping.
She's a liar.
Why do you expect the guy to make the first move?
Because I'm shy.
You don't think some men are shy too?
I don't like shy guys.
Some dudes are a little bit more shy.
Are you attracted to those kind of men though?
Of course not. I'm gay.
So listen, this is what I want to know. You're on a date with a guy, the bill comes out. Are you expecting him to pay for it?
Yes. Always.
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 Yeah. 100%.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
This is gonna be fun.
If you guys first met, then I don't think so, because I carry my own. It depends on who asks who first.
Do you expect a man to pay for the first date?
If he wants to.
No.
No, not always.
Yes.
Of course. Yeah. Yeah. Yes. Yes, absolutely. It depends on who asks for the first date. If it's a woman, they pay. If it's a man, they pay. No.
Well, I agree with her on
Yes,
that.
but I'll leave the tip.
Thank you for that.
If he hesitates, I'll go because it's a power move.
Yeah, go ahead and pay for it.
Are you expecting the guy to pay for it?
Like, did he ask me?
Say it was just a mutual kind of thing.
No, like we can go half.
If you set it up, you pay. If you don't, you don't pay.
Half and half.
Maybe if he asked me out. If I asked him, yes. If he asked me, no.
Do you expect
Okay.
the man to do it?
Okay.
Probably, honestly.
Let's go on ahead and let's talk about that a little bit. All right. As you can see, there's a couple of mixed views in there. You had a couple sprinkled in there that was like, hey, if he came up with the idea to go on a date, then he should pay. If she came up with the idea to go on a date, then she should pay. I agree with that. Back in the day, you weren't beating me to asking out for a date. You know what I'm saying? I would actually ask and say, hey, you know what? If you don't mind, I'd like to go to dinner or something like that and take you out. You know what I'm saying? You're not going to beat me to that. If you could beat me to that, then you're pretty damn quick. All right. But most of the time, and I think back in the day, it was looked upon for the guy to pretty much make the first move anyway. So it wasn't like they was really rushing to at least the women I know, they weren't really rushing to taking you out or asking you out on the first date. You know what I'm saying? Now, after y'all got together and stuff like that, then maybe, you know, she would probably say like, hey, you know what? You take me out all the time. Let me take you out, you know, which is cool. But I believe for the first date, I believe whoever's idea it is for the first date should be the one to pay for the first date. How do you feel about that?
I agree. I agree, but if it's somebody that I'm trying to get to know, I don't have any problem paying for the first date.
Yeah, but
If it was someone that I approached,
mhm.
I don't have any problem paying for the first date because somehow or another the ice needs to be broken.
Well, I'm just saying is that if you are the one that's asking, I'm pretty sure you're interested in her, right?
Oh yeah. If I'm asking, it's a no brainer.
Yeah, you're interested in her, so you're gonna ask. Ooh,
Back
how do
in
you
the day.
feel? How do you feel if she asks you?
If she asks me, then I expect her to be able to pay for the date. But you know, it's no big deal. If it was me back in the day, yeah, it wouldn't be no big deal if I did pay for it. But if she asks me, I expect her to at least try to pay for the date.
If, like, you know, I got daughters, you know, and I'd always say that, you should have your own money.
Always.
You should have your own money because the date might not go the way you want it. All right. So you should be able to at least be able to remember this back in the day. You should be able to get and take a cab, or things don't go right at dinner. And you be like, you know what? Let me pay for my junk. let me go catch me a cab, or let me get in my car. Let me just get on up out of here and whatnot. So I always teach my daughters like, hey, yo, you need to have your own cash for that particular reason. I also say that if you ask somebody out on a date, I feel as though you should be prepared to pay for the whole date. But most of the time, guys are usually the ones that are the aggressor, and they turn and they ask for, her to be on a date. If give you an example, if you ask me to meet you somewhere, let's have a drink, right? And I'm talking about single dates. Let's have a drink.
Yeah.
I'll be like, oh, okay. Something like that can go either, like Dutch. At least that's what they say. I don't know what they say now. They probably don't say Dutch, but I say Dutch. Yeah, okay. All we're doing is having a drink. I don't expect you to pay for my drink, and you shouldn't expect me to pay for your drink because you just said like, hey, let's go have a drink and leave it at that, right? That's Dutch. But if you turn around and you say like, hey, what are you doing? I'm getting ready to go do this or whatever. Yo, come have a drink with me. See, it's a little different.
For me, it's a little different in the fact that if I really want to, especially back in the day, if I really wanted to get to know someone, I'd go ahead and try to get that date going. If I get that date going, I'm already obligating myself to pay for the date.
Right.
Plus, when I do go on these, if I did go on these dates, it would be a situation where I'm really trying to get to know the person.
Well, let me ask you this,
So-
because I noticed that, you're saying everything as if I'm trying to do this or if I'm trying to do that. Granted,
I was leading up to my daughters. Yeah, go ahead.
Granted. Okay. What if she says, "Hey, let's go out. Let's go on a date. Let's go on a date." And you'd be like this, okay. You go on the date, and now she's waiting for you to pay for it. How do you feel about that?
If it was me at that time, my main thing is you did ask me to go on this date, and so I'm gonna see if you're gonna make an effort to pay for it.
Or fake the funk?
If you don't make an effort,
Let me show this card real quick.
yeah. If you don't make an effort to pay for the date that you initiated, I note it. So by noting it, I know that she's not one that thinks she should ever pay the date. So that's something that I'll have to work on.
Would you ask?
No, not on the first date. I wouldn't.
If it was her idea to go out on a date, would you ask, are you paying for it?
No, never.
You would never ask that, right?
Never.
Why not? Why wouldn't you?
I mean, at this point in my life, I'd ask my lady.
Yeah,
She
no,
say
we ain't,
something.
nope, we're
She
not
say,
talking.
let's go somewhere doing this, that,
We
and the
not-
other. I
we not
said, who's it
talking-
on, you or me?
No, we're not talking
there.
about because evidently y'all have a relationship. Y'all comfortable. Y'all know each other. Y'all spent time together. I'm talking about on the first date. You don't know this person like that. The first date, she turns around.
told
She
you.
says, "Hey, you know what? I'd like to get to know you better,
Straight up.
and let's go to dinner."
I want to see if she's going to attempt to pay for it.
So you're not going to ask her.
It tells
who's
you a
paying
lot.
for it?
It tells you a lot about a person right there.
Yes, it does.
If she
Yes, it
asks
does.
for the date
Right.
and she doesn't initiate trying to pay for it at all,
You're not gonna know that until you actually on the date and the bill comes.
that's all right. You already have in your mind, I got this or whatever. But this might be the first and last date once I find out who you are and how you are.
Which means that I know you would pay for it, knowing that it's a wrap. I'm not going on a date with this person again.
Sometimes back in the day, you pay for it to get rid of the person. Let's get this date over with. God, dog.
Or you could just not go.
But you were initially attracted to something that made you want to go.
Okay.
And then when you went, you found out some of them qualities that you was attracted to don't supersede the qualities that you're seeing.
I just don't get solid answers when it come down to that, because it still sounds like you have the way we did things back in the day and to the way things are now, right? Back in the day, it was just known that the man is gonna pay. That's the way society perpetuated it. You're a man, you taking me out on a date, you're paying for it. Right? But you again, we looked at the video just now and we saw tidbits on you get to this equality thing, right? I'm equal to you.
This is modern day.
I'm equal to you, right? So if you're equal or you want to be considered equal to me, then that means that I should look at you the same way you look at me. We're going on a date. If you ask me out on a date, I should look at you the same way you would look at me and be like, okay, well, you're paying for this, right?
I have a good point to make about that. When I was in college, when I looked for girls and stuff like that, I always wanted a girl that had a job and I was doing things for themselves and all that, because I didn't have much funds. Of course, I was just a regular old poor college student, probably getting $50 every 2 weeks from my mom. Right?
All right. Yeah, college, right?
So you fast forward to today, when you get older and you learned how to do some things and you're in a different tax bracket. If I was to be my old self today with today's income, I would be more forthright and more forceful in my attempt to go out with this person, and the actual who pays for the first date wouldn't be a factor. Because
it's a little different though.
Because all I want to do is get her out and talk to her and find out if she's that person that I want in my life at this point.
I understand what you're saying, but I think that it's a little different now because you mentioned college. College, you guys are pretty much in the same group, all right? You can relate to each other because it ain't like y'all getting a $700, $1,000 stipend and whatnot. So you really got to watch how you spend your money. In that case, I'm pretty sure the girl in college would be more understanding and say like, hey, look, it'd probably be a lot more Dutch going on. All right. So it'd probably be like, yo, let's go get some pizza. Right. You both are in the same situation. You know you don't have money to just be thrown around like that. So you would kind of make it work in that. All right. What I'm talking about is more outside. You don't know what that girl's situation might be. She don't know what your situation might be. All right. College is different. You guys are kind of in the same situation. Limited funds. All right. So you're dealing with somebody now, and she says, I like to go out. Because back in the day, you've actually heard why you don't take me out. I like to go out. I would like to get to know you better. Take me out.
But that's somebody that's yours. If they demanding you to take
no,
that's already yours.
It ain't no already yours. That means it's something that's established already.
Think about it. Some random chick just come up to you and just take me out.
Well,
I'll be like, who are you?
So the fact that they don't say it means that that's not what they thinking?
It's the way, the presentation. If I don't know you from a hill of beans and you say, take me out, unless like say, I mean, that's not going to happen.
But again, if
unless there's a vested interest in me taking you out.
But if you want me to look at you as an equal, but you want me to treat you the way we used to do back in the day.
Well, if you're going on that equal thing, are you gonna go up to a girl and just say,
what?
Let me take you out, just like that?
No, you would go in ahead if it's somebody you meet each other and you say, hey, look, I like to get to know you better. All right. Do you want to? And it doesn't have to be dinner. It doesn't have to be, hey, let's go get some coffee. Let's go to the coffee shop and go get some coffee.
Yeah, coffee is a good date to get to know a person.
Right. Now, something like that.
There's no pressure.
There's really no pressure as far as
and you have
money-wise when it comes down to I'm just going to get some coffee. That would be the safe bet.
Sit and talk.
But if I turn around and say, like, I'd like to take you out to dinner.
That's more formal.
Well, I'd like to take you out to dinner. That means that I plan on spending the next 2 to 3 hours with you, basically talking and getting to know you a little better. Coffee is a little different because you're not gonna spend 2 or 3 hours over coffee.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be like a quick thing, like, hey, let's go to coffee. And as we walk, we're conversing, get some coffee, we converse for a little bit, we go back, that's it. Dinner, you're looking at about at least 3 hours, right? At least 3 hours that you're gonna be spending time with this person where y'all gonna try to get to know each other. It may work out where it might go to a second date. It might not. My thing is I'm just
a long
talking.
time to be with somebody if you're not going to have a second date. 3 hours, I gotta
How
tolerate.
do you? Whoa! How do you know?
Ooh.
How do you know?
Be like,
You know, look. You know what? I think we we get too far out when it comes down to expectations. You know, as far as what you expect on a date. All right. Because you got some cats out there like, yo, I just spent all this money on you. I know you about to give it up, right? We going back to your spot. You about to give it up because I spent all this money.
now we can talk. This is
See
how
now?
you
See this? You see this?
I mean, because this is more of a realistic thing that goes on in the heads of
But
men.
okay, but I'm talking about from what I'm watching on this actually video, right? I'm talking about as far as the mindset of what she thinks. She's saying, or some of them are saying, I want to be considered an equal, but when it comes down to me doing the things that I expect men to do, no, don't consider me an equal.
They don't want to approach the man. They don't want to, but
No,
they expect the man to do all of the leg work and all of the hard work and.
we kind of touched. You think I'm like, no, we kind of touched on that jump when you talk about expectations.
Yeah.
Expectations.
So 9 times out of 10, you could take this to the bank, and I'm gonna say it.
Okay.
If a man thinks he's gonna get there, who pays for it don't even matter to him. He don't have no problem paying for it if that's what's on his mind. Of course, if that man thinks he's gonna get there, he's not looking at you as somebody that's gonna be somebody down the road. He's looking at you as somebody he gonna get with that night. So
Okay.
that's how it is. But if you really trying to get to know a person, last thing that really should come to your mind should be whether you're gonna get there, whether there's gonna be a happy ending or whatever.
So he's gonna take the chance on being a sucker.
Wait. What denotes a sucker?
He's gonna take the chance on being a sucker
What's a
with the
sucker?
chance that he might be able to get lucky that night.
So if he
I'm-
doesn't get lucky,
I'm-
he's a sucker.
What I'm saying is that, and I'm just going off of, if she expects him to pay for this, to treat her wine and dine her, all right, because he's the man, and he is going to do it with the chance that he's gonna get lucky that night. He's gonna allow himself to be taken advantage of with the mere chance that he might get lucky that night, right?
You see
Or is he gonna be he's not gonna be a simp, and he's gonna be like, I'm taking you out if I want to take you out. And depending on how I feel about you will determine on whether I want to actually spend money on you or not. Right?
Yeah, well.
But what I'm not gonna do is be a simp and you going ahead and expect me to pay this and pay that and pay that.
Oh, you
pay
mean-
this and
You mean like those people that's getting flown out all over the place for
Nigga.
$1,500?
I ain't even gonna get on that.
They give them a room and they give them a place and
Because,
they give them an airline
let me-
ticket,
let
and
me
then
tell
the
you
girl says,
Let me
"You
tell
know,
you
I'm
something.
not gonna have sex."
A confident guy is gonna be like, this is dinner. That's exactly what it is, and this is all I'm doing is trying to get to know you. He's not expecting anything else out of it because you know
Exactly.
why? Because he's confident in what he does.
Exactly.
All right. He's confident in who he is. I'm going out on a date with you. We're gonna go ahead and get to know each other a little bit better. But as far as whether these expectations or if something's gonna happen later on that night, no, because he's confident in he's gonna be like, okay, yeah, We went out, had a good time. You look like somebody I might want to, because of the conversation, we might go on the second date, or we just ain't going out on
in a perfect world. When you're taking somebody out,
it doesn't have to be perfect world for that.
You know what I'm saying? That's just a term.
Okay.
There's no expectations placed. You just want to go out, and then when you do go out, it really shouldn't matter who foots the bill. But because of this Gen Z, I don't even want to blame it on Gen Z. It's just all over the place now. The Me Too got the women thinking they're equal. And then you got these, what do you call them? High value men that ain't taking no nonsense off of nobody. They're not trying to hear none of that. And then you got the simps that's flying girls out and spending all this money on them and still got to go to the bathroom and whack off. So,
yo, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Man.
So
you gonna fly somebody out there, and then she turns around and says, like,
she's
nah.
gonna say no.
Nah.
I did see one YouTube video where the dude he drove her ass to the airport and
I
basically
saw that.
put her out the car.
I saw that one. He put her out. She's like,
said,
this what?
You get your own ass home. I ain't buying you no plane ticket.
And she said it before she got out the car. Like, yo, you just make sure my ticket is waiting at the counter. I was like, what? I said, yo.
That's brash as hell.
Yo, that's crazy.
Now, a real man will not do that. So, I'm not saying that he wasn't a real man, but he wouldn't have let it get that far without knowing what it is. Because real men don't play those type of games. You understand? They don't play those type of games at all. I'm going
to fly you out just so you can spend some time with me.
If I was that dude and I was single, first of all, I ain't flying nobody out. Why the hell I got to spend $1,500 for a plane ticket to fly some regular looking chick? Maybe she's beautiful.
Like, damn, where's she coming from?
There's somebody right here, probably in the same town where you are, that look way better than her, and all you got to do is go pick her up. You want to fly somebody out.
So
you fly somebody out, it better be a movie star.
And I hate to say this, but it just seems like we put value back on finances once again.
Everything is finances.
When it comes down to starting relationships and all that, which shouldn't really be the case, man.
We're talking about this, but I would love to get into that thing where they talk about them girls and they demanding all of this stuff, like these Instagram models are demanding all of this stuff from these people, from these men, and they're not bringing nothing back. Because men are asking them, well, what are you bringing to the table?
Men?
Men are asking the girls.
Men are asking women what they bring to the table.
What are you bringing to the table after they expect so much from the man? You know what I'm talking about, right? But I don't want to deviate too far off of what we're doing.
Okay. Well,
summing this up.
Back on this thing right here. So, I agree with the one girl where whoever comes up with the idea for the first date should be the one to pay for the first date. That's where I'm at with it. Now, knowing how I am or how I was, you're not gonna beat me to asking you to the first date. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to ask, for the first date. But in today's day and age, I feel as though, and usually, a woman would wait.
Wait, I don't understand that though.
What?
You're gonna ask for the first date. Are you talking about a woman that's interested in you, or just a woman that you're interested in?
If I'm interested in a woman, then like I said, from back in the day, I'm interested in a woman. I'm gonna ask for the first date. You're not gonna beat me to asking for the first.
What
date.
if some other chick asked you for the first date and you didn't know she was interested in you? So you're not asking her shit; she's asking you.
Okay, so let's reverse it and say like, okay, she comes up to me and she asks for the first date. Back, okay. I'll be like, oh, wow, okay, great. Where are we going? What? I can't ask where we're going?
Yeah, sure. I mean, you got to know that before you go. But I mean,
right.
I'm just going off of what you said about.
Okay, well, if she comes to me, she says, I'd like to take you to dinner. Something like that, right?
Yeah.
I'd like to take you to dinner. Okay, sure, why not? I don't have a problem with that. Yeah.
Oh,
that's
okay.
fine.
So yeah.
Yeah.
So I mean, you saying that
But
nobody
it's
even
but
beat
you're
you.
telling me it's somebody that was interested in me and I didn't know
you
that they
didn't
were
know.
interested in me.
Right,
Okay.
right.
All right. Okay. All right. Yeah.
Yeah, but who's gonna pay for that?
She is.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, she's gonna pay for that because she's asking me, and she's asking me that I like to. Okay, let's say that she doesn't say I like to take you. Let's say she says I like to go to dinner with you. I expect her to pay for it.
Would you? I mean, what if she just demand you to pay them? Because
Demands.
you know how you ever had
Yeah,
a woman
demands
just
don't
say,
work. Yeah, demands don't
say
work. for
some
me.
junk like you gonna buy me a drink?
Yeah,
or
nah,
you gonna pay
oh,
for
a
my
drink.
food.
Oh, nah. You know, you can't demand. You can't. I'm sorry. That's you can't demand shit from me. That's just how I am. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I'm not with the
You,
demand.
you can't turn around and say, "Hey, aren't you going to buy me a drink?" What? Nah, but while you at the bar, I'll take a rum and coke. Hey, yo,
that sounds like
you
you.
remember back in the day? I wonder if they still do this. They used to go to the clubs and they ain't had no money for drinks. Women
Seems
don't do
like
that.
everybody got
Women don't
money
do that no more.
nowadays.
Ray nodding his head like, women don't.
still
Get
do
out
that?
of here. Women don't do that
Oh, yeah.
no more.
Chicks go out with just bus fare.
Women don't. They still do that. Are you serious?
I guess. I don't know. I don't go out.
Yeah. It's just, Ray, no way. You know we should ask Don. No, can't ask Don. Well, Don's single.
Don would know.
Yeah, Don would know, right?
He ain't, is
No
he single?
way. No way. They don't still do that. So they go to the club. Like back in the day, go to the club with the looking good with the intention of finding some sucker, because that's the way I look at it. Finding some sucker that's gonna go in ahead and buy them drinks all night for their conversation, and then they're gonna turn around and be like, "All right, thank you, I'm out of here," and I'm gone. Meanwhile, them dudes is thinking, "I bought her drinks all night, you know." There's a chance.
Might be able to
There's
get
a chance
somewhere.
I could get lucky, you know.
And you know,
Nah.
them cats came out with $70, and they could buy 3 drinks. They just don't buy one for themselves. Hey, you know what? I'm not
limited
gonna
resources.
lie. I am not gonna lie. The reason I know that one is because when I was in college, that
Kizzy,
dude,
going back to college days.
I was that dude.
Hold
I
up.
was so broke, man.
What the hell you doing in the club anyway? What the hell are you doing in the club?
that
And you
is
know
what
damn
you-
well you
That's
ain't
what
got
you
it like
did.
that.
That's what you did, man.
You should have denied anybody that came up to you that was interested in you.
No, you're not smart enough to do that. You're not. You broke enough to do that, but you're just not smart enough to do that.
We say we ain't gonna
You-
admit. We
you
ain't gonna
wanna
admit
go
we can't
out?
afford that, Joe.
Yeah.
We'll let you order the meal, huh? We gonna let you order that meal. We know damn well we ain't got the money to pay for
we
it.
had some funny times. I was in college.
Oh, that's crazy.
One time I invited this girl to go to this concert in New York.
Uh-huh.
I had just enough money to put the gas in the car. I was going to college in Trenton, New Jersey. I had just enough money to put
Supposed to
gas
be-
in the car and
supposed to be
get to the place.
Concentrating on your education.
My car broke down before I got to the tunnel, and I ain't have no money, and the girl's with me. Most embarrassing thing ever.
That sounds
So that
embarrassing.
girl had to pay for me to get my car towed and pay for me to get home.
Oh, so she had a father that said you keep your own money just in case.
I never even made it to meeting her father.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I know why. Yeah, I just couldn't get in there, get
In
past that
fact,
toll.
I'm absolutely, and I liked her,
You did?
but that was the last date. That was the last time I seen her.
You ain't never see her again?
Nah.
Oh man. She ain't give you a second shot, huh?
She didn't actually go to the school, but she was going on that date with me while I was in school.
Okay, well let's go on ahead. Let's
That was funny.
move on to see what they got.
Funny how times change.
Yeah, man.
If I see her now, I'll be like, vicious.
What's my man saying now?
Do y'all want equality for men and women?
Yeah, 100%. Yes. Yes, most definitely.
Really?
Yeah, 100%. Yeah.
Why?
That's an annoying question, but yeah, I guess.
Do you want equality for men and women?
Absolutely. Of course. Is that what these questions led to, was equality?
Yeah.
Do I want equality?
Right.
Yeah? Yeah, of course.
Do you want men and women to be equal?
Of course. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Do you want equality for men and women if you think like that? For men. What am I saying?
Equality?
Yeah.
Of course. Yeah, of course.
That's a yes or no question.
She's honest. Tell you that
In
right
terms
now.
of right, yes. I prefer more traditional roles.
Do you think women
She
don't
is
have
too.
the same rights as men?
I don't know.
Yeah,
How do you want
she's being
equality for
straight
men
up.
and women if you expect a man to pay for the date and protect you and make the first move? If things were equal, then a woman should have to protect herself, right?
I 100% can protect myself, but if a man is willing to protect me as well, I'm gonna take it.
Is it the man's job to do that?
To a certain extent.
So you believe in gender roles? So how is it equal if men are paying for the dates?
Okay, because it's common courtesy. Everyone should, I mean, like a man, like...
It's not
Americanized.
common courtesy if you expect a man to do it.
I mean, I'm not expecting them. Like, obviously, I will pay.
Should a man pay for the dates?
Always.
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 So now you're changing it.
I know.
You said it.
I will make that hypocrisy hurt.
There's a woman's perspective to do certain things as well, too.
Exactly. But if you believe in equality,
what?
though, it can't be a man's job to only protect.
That's not a man's job.
That has to be equal, right? What I'm saying.
Cardi B when she was protecting Offset.
Cardi B never said she believes in equality, though.
Like, I just feel like a man should protect a woman, and I think that's equality because that's just what I believe.
Report back to me when it makes sense.
And you know what equality is?
I know what equality is. Don't get me started on that. I'm out.
How
They
do you
don't want to
expect
finish
equality
now. They
if
don't
you
want
want
to
men
get
pay for
fried.
dates?
I didn't say all the time. You said the first date.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, why is that expected if you want equality?
Like I said, chivalry.
If you want equality, don't you have to kind of take out chivalry, though? Because if you want to
Yeah.
look at them the same, chivalry kind of exits itself out.
'Cause otherwise, you'd be opening the
That's
door
what
for
equality
me.
means. Men and women would be viewed as the same. So wouldn't chivalry just...
I think it goes both ways.
Not really.
Who gonna stop me?
You know, y'all are equal. Why should a man have to do that?
Do you speak any English?
So you would,
The point is well taken. He set him up. He set him up and trapped him on that really well because, they think they want equality, but they really don't.
No, they're sitting there saying this. Yeah, I want equality. But no, I still want you to go ahead and protect me. I still want you to take me out, support me. You know, I still want you to do all those manly type qualities. But I want to be considered equal.
America spoils the women in this country, and they feel really entitled, and they feel that this is the way it's supposed to be. It's not all their fault because you can go to other countries, and this is not the case.
Well, you know, I think we as men don't have a problem fulfilling and being in that man role.
Right.
All right. Give you an example. You know, you look at somebody, you at the gas station, and you see a guy sitting in the passenger seat, and you see that lady out there pumping her gas. Tell me you don't look at that motherfucker funny.
I feel funny, but I mind my business now.
I do mind my
'cause I
business.
see it
Don't get
too
me
much.
don't get me wrong. I do mind my business. I didn't say you go over there and pull a guy out the side window and smack him up and whatnot and be like, yo, what the hell is wrong with you? But tell me you don't look at him funny. You've already put it in your mindset like this sorry excuse for a man.
He is carrying the hell out that
sitting there
woman.
letting give
Carrying that woman.
you even better. If you chilling and say you driving separate cars, got to stop by and get some gas.
Mm-hmm.
Men will go in ahead and pull up right behind them, even though they don't need to get gas. We'll pull up right behind them, and when they get out, they will go in ahead and pump that gas for them. You know what I'm saying?
Pressed.
So men,
that's a pressed man.
So men don't have a problem being in that role as a man. But what we do have a problem with, and here it is where your ass try to tell me that you're just as much as a man as I am. Get the fuck out of here with that bullshit. That's an issue. I need to be treated equally. Okay. Well, get your ass out there and change that tire. All right. Get out there and pump your own gas.
Yeah.
All right. Get out there and do all of the things that I do as a man, since you want to be equal. But as you can hear on some of this stuff right here, it's like, no, I want to be considered equal. I just don't want to do all of that shit that you do as a man, but I still want to be considered equal. Now, all women probably don't feel the same way on this, but the ones that do, you're who I'm talking about.
Yeah, they have traditional features are still within some women. They rather take their role as a woman and they embrace it to the best of their ability. And you have a lot of women that I'm really that I like that go out there and try to grind really hard and still be traditional. That's almost like two for one. Because she wants to grind hard and she still comes home and take care of business. And so that's the type of woman everybody should have. And I'm kind of lucky I got one.
But but also as a man, I know you would be a little more sincere if she works and she works just as hard as you do. She shouldn't have to come home to a second job. You feel what I'm saying?
Well, the way the world is today, everything, especially America, is so expensive that it's almost next to impossible for a regular standard person, probably even making almost $100,000 a year, to not have two jobs.
Back in the day, you used to be able to make that kind of money. You was straight, stayed at home. You know what I'm saying? Kept the household together, kept the kids together, and all that. But now, it's kind of impossible now for you to have just a single income and be able to keep the household. So you got to be considerate. She's working the job too. So yeah, pick up after yourself, you lazy ass motherfucker. Come here and drop your clothes down on the floor, leaving a trail and whatnot. Clean up after yourself.
That's
you know.
True. Be considerate,
and help out. And there's nothing about what I'm saying, considering you a simp if you clean up after yourself. Your damn mama taught you better. So do those things. Help her out. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I think the simp in that case would be that dude that go out and make all the money, pay all the bills, and then come home and cook and clean up too. And she don't really do nothing but look pretty. That's simping at its best. Right
Pretty
there.
wears off.
Pretty don't even look pretty when you got a dude doing some stuff like that.
Pretty wears off.
Because I get so thoroughly frustrated. I would be super frustrated if somebody did that to me. Yeah. Let me get this straight.
All right.
What's next? Yeah, go ahead and you can wind it down, man.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna go in ahead and say, like, hey, let us know what you think about this conversation that we just had. When it comes down to
going on first dates and
quality and stuff like that. So just drop it in the comments and let us know what you think. And if you like what we're talking about and you got some things you want to say, add comments or just
give us your opinion on if you think women should pay and if you think women should get equal treatment, equal rights, just like men.
Oh, wait a minute.
Drop us a line and let us know.
Wait a minute. Hold up. Wait a minute. You said equal rights.
Equal. You know what I mean.
We were talking about equality as far as
equality. The words "equal" is in there. So
yeah, I know equal's in here.
We know what we meant. You know what I meant.
But they didn't probably know what
this
you
is.
You said equal.
We're gonna make
rights
this an outtake, man. Equal rights. They want that too. The Me Too movement's about equal rights. Girls want to get paid the same.
Me Too is about equal rights. You know what?
It's about equal
rights.
We
need some
plus.
more.
Plus,
that's enough color water for you.
Me Too. Me Too has properties that include that. You know what I mean? Has a little bit of all.
No, it don't. Anyway, thank you all. We'll see you on the next one.